Okay, maybe brighter news, or maybe not. Hulked. We're getting another Hulk film. We don't know yet whether it's going to be a remake of the Hulk film or whether it's going to be a continuation of something else. But apparently Reuters says that Louis Leterrier, director of Danny the Dog and the 2 Transporter films, one of which I thought was actually quite good, has signed to direct The Incredible Hulk. When Avi Arad was interviewed, he said it's definitely not a remake. We're not going to tell the origin story of the Hulk. Reboot, ? It's harder to say, which could mean absolutely anything.
Yeah.
Don't know what it's going to be, but I mean, maybe doing this on purpose. Maybe they're just trying to
stir up unhealthy interest.
Yeah, unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that does sound like going away from cinematic spectacle to more of an action thing.
Maybe.
Which is really what Hulk is about.
Yeah, maybe.
Smash!
That's what I heard. One of the other things that has been confirmed is that Eric Bana won't be reprising his role.
All right.
Interesting.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only decent actor in it, wasn't he?
Oh,
except the dogs.
Chris
the dogs
dogs were good. Chris Christopherson definitely is not getting any praise from me.
And speaking of comics, we've got Doon. Warner Brothers Pictures is giving new life to DC Comics cult favourite Doom Patrol, which was, I don't know whether anybody's ever seen any of these comics, but it was sort of, it's cultish. It's a group of superheroes like Negative Man and Elastigirl and Robot Man and so on, all getting together in this sort of...
Is Negative Man like an emo superhero?
But anyway, they're going to do this film, and it's slated, I think, for 2007.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you reckon, Rory? You're a big comics fan.
Well, I used to. I'm a huge DC fan, and this Doom Patrol has actually been around for a long time. But then it was taken off and put back on, given a couple of breaks. It's very similar to X-Men. What it used to be was the DC Comics, the main comic heroes. They had a thing called Justice League of America, and Justice League of Europe, and all the main superheroes like Batman, Green Lantern, and the Flash would get together in these comic books, and they would fight some new evil together. For a movie, there's a lot of scope because it's had a lot of characters come and go, so there's a lot of scope to work on the characters, and I think this could be something to give X-Men a run for the money if done properly. You could make it a little bit darker than X-Men, so there's a lot of possibility.
Blue. It was created by Christopher Mullins and Aaron Webster and James Anderson. It's 23 minutes long and completely CG generated. According to the official site of the creators, a sci-fi adventure about a small robot who wakes up all alone in a space station and gets into more trouble than he can handle. That's actually not strictly true. There's more to the story than that. And the ending is particularly poignant. I strongly recommend it. If it's free and it's science fiction, it's worth downloading. And the CGI is really good. Okay, now Rory's going to tell us about the movie news. Rory.
All right, well, there's a couple of science fiction movies that are doing quite well. Pirates of the Caribbean is still top of the list with, I think, 321 million, which is a huge gross. Then there's Monster House with 23 million. Lady in the Water is bringing in 18 million. I see Clerks 2 has brought in just over 9 million, but it's only been on now for a week. Ryan, I believe you're a Clerks 2 fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan of most of Kevin Smith's stuff, and I haven't had the chance to see Clerks 2 yet. Actually, I haven't had a chance to see any movies this weekend.
It's not strictly science fiction, though, is it?
No, but there's lots of references in it.
Any other comments about the movie news?
Well, Lady in the Water was sort of disappointing. With only 18... I haven't seen it yet. I meant to see it last night, but things fell through. Being from Philadelphia, I sort of have an obligation to see M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Mm-hmm.
But with a total budget somewhere around 75 million, it only bringing in 18 is not a good sign.
Right.
But then again, the critics pretty much said that this movie was total crap to begin with.
No, that's a shame. Speaking of which, there's another movie that's slated for May the 11th, 2007, 28 weeks later, which is done by apparently the same creative team who did 28 Days Later. What do you reckon, Ryan? That's one that you're quite keen on, isn't it?
Yes, I was a fan. I'm a fan of most zombie films, and I think in this one they've got the U.S. government helping to repopulate Great Britain, which has got to be a political. It's got to be a political statement.
Yeah, it needs it. It really needs it, to be honest. Yeah.
Hey.
I must admit, I also like zombie movies, and 28 Days Later was actually my favourite zombie movie. I was really impressed with that movie. I really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited for this.
All right. Okay.
I hope to see it one day.
I'm looking forward to it and all.
It appears that Peter Cullen is going to be reprising his role as the voice of Optimus Prime in the new Transformers movie. Cullen previously did the voice of Optimus Prime in the television series and the TV movie.
Cool. Holly, are you a big Transformers fan?
I love Transformers and the Beast Wars too. The Beast Wars is my favorite.
All right, cool.
I'm actually quite excited about it because I think it's going to test the water because Robotech Shadow Chronicles is going to come out in probably about another 8 months or so, which I think the Transformers, depending on how well it takes, will have a big influence on how they're going to market this Robotech movie.
And on that note, this about wraps it up for this week. See you next time. Bye.